the Timberwolves, Wild, and Lynx.
It's been a road-heavy start to the season for Minnesota. Just their 6th home game of the year. Tonight against the Montreal Canadiens at XL Energy Center in downtown St. Paul. Despite all the travels, the Wild hit the ice tonight with the best record this team has ever had through 15 games. They sit at 10-2-3, second best team in the West. There are a lot of things to like about the start.
It's been unbelievable, and they're so fun to watch, and they're doing it defensively. 5-on-5 play has been incredible. And then on the other side, when you marry this together with Kirill Kaprizov and what he's doing, the second leading scorer in the National Hockey League right now, the way he's going, he's pretty much unstoppable. This man, Matt Boldy, right here, leading the National Hockey League in game-winning goals with his 4th. That was one of them right there. And Gustafsson, puck looks like a beach ball right now for him. He's seeing it very clear, very quiet, staying out of the penalty box. Fewest penalties in the National Hockey League, right near the top, and it's been outstanding.
There was a stress for this club to start the season on time. They've done that. It's a special night in St. Paul, Military Appreciation Night, and we have more next.
Amazon early holiday deals are here. Woo! Woo! With everything.
Canadiens and Wild in downtown St. Paul. It's a special night, Military Appreciation Night. And for more, we go down to public address and Adam Abrams.
Remove your hats. And welcome former United States Navy submarine sonar technician, second class, John DeCosmaker, as he performs "Oh Canada."
Oh Canada, tell nos aïeux, ton croissant de mon glorieux, à ton âge et porter les veilles, il sait porter la gloire. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand stand on guard for thee.
As we honor America, please welcome Joint Honor Guard service members from the Minnesota Guard and Reserve units of the Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy, as they present the colors for tonight's Military Appreciation Night. Now please welcome tonight's CHS Guardian of the Game, Sergeant Mason Chamberlain. Sergeant Chamberlain enlisted into the Army in 2013 and was deployed 3 times in his career to the countries of Iraq and Afghanistan. In 2021, he supported the United States withdrawal from Afghanistan and was awarded a Bronze Star. Sergeant Mason Chamberlain, thank you for all you did for our country. Now, please sing loud and proud as John leads us in the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wild fans, please welcome Shane Hudella, founder of the United Heroes League, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help military families with the high costs of all youth sports and to ensure that children of military members are afforded every opportunity to participate in the sport they love. All right, Shane, take it away.
All right, Wild fans, let's say it loud enough so that every veteran in the state of hockey can hear you. Say it with me. Let's play hockey.
Special night here in St. Paul. Thank you to all who have served and all who serve, allowing us to enjoy the freedoms we enjoy every day, like coming to downtown St. Paul for an NHL hockey tilt.
Yeah, great job there by Shane Hudella. I know him very, very well. He started this United Heroes League here, I think in 2007 or 2008, and he's put in a lot of time and effort, and great to see it's paying off. And thank you so much, everybody, for all your servicemen and women.
We're underway here in St. Paul. The Wild open with the Gaudreau, Foligno, Hartman line. Hartman fires. It's deflected wide into the corner. Gaudreau after it for Minnesota. Hartman able to hold. This line's been terrific. Since they were constructed recently, they've been one of the stingiest defensive lines in the entire NHL.
Well, and it all started with a face-off win by Freddie Gaudreau.
Here's Hartman in for a shot, and it's deflected wide by Montembeault. Puck comes all the way back down in the Minnesota zone. Declan Chisholm playing with Jared Spurgeon tonight. Spurgeon sends it up the boards for Hartman. Gaudreau has it. And the Wild will get reorganized as they change a minute in. Wild's 5 home games coming into tonight, the fewest in the NHL. And yet they sport the second best record in the West at 10-2-3. Only the Winnipeg Jets with a better points percentage out of the gate so far. Boldy has it at center. Try to get it to Johansson. It's knocked away at the Montreal line. Back to Chisholm and across to Spurgeon. The Minnesota captain fires it in. Loose puck back of the net. Johansson got a piece of it. Suzuki under the watchful eye of Eriksson Ek. He tried to play it up the boards, and Suzuki's able to pitch it out to center ice.
Well, the Montreal Canadiens right near the bottom of the league in a lot of different stats. Just got their first win 3 nights ago in Buffalo. First win in like 2 weeks. So they're really struggling to keep the puck out of the net. I like the mindset so far of the Wild. They're keeping their game simple and just getting pucks in and trying to get it on the forecheck as much as possible.
Our Northland Ford starting goaltenders.
Yeah, no surprise here. Gus getting the start. 2.27 goals against average for the Gus Bus. 2 or fewer in 8 of his 11 starts, most in the National Hockey League. Sam Montembeault for the Montreal Canadiens picked up his 4th win in Buffalo. Got off to a great start. First couple games, I believe he won both of them and stopped 63 out of the 64 he faced. But it's been tough sledding for the Montreal Canadiens here so far to start this campaign.
Just 1 win in their last 7. That's the game to which you referred moments ago. Came their last time out against Buffalo, a bizarre game. Teams combined for only 41 shots, but yet 12 goals in a 7-5 Montreal win. Canadiens 1-5-1 over their last 7. Minnesota comes in with 5 wins in their last 7 contests. Faber around behind for Minnesota. Out to center, deflected by Kaprizov. Kaprizov after it. Matheson back defensively for the Canadiens. Kaprizov knocked it off his stick. Matheson recovers and feeds Caden Gooley. Gooley, the only Canadian defenseman dressed tonight who has scored a goal this season. Declan Chisholm. Canadiens have only 3 all season by blue liners, and Gooley the only one in the lineup. Chisholm to Husnadinov, back to Kaprizov.
Well, 4 of those 6 defensemen you're referring to in the lineup here tonight are 24 and younger. So that's a young group back there. That's why I was talking about the forecheck of the Wild. If you can put a lot of pressure on these young Montreal Canadian teams, you're going to see some turnovers just like that.
Lauko grabs the loose puck for Minnesota. Threw it off the pads of Montembeault. Chisholm steps up on the line. Yakov Trenin now with it in the corner. This line very active for Minnesota in the Chicago game. Generated more shots than any of Minnesota's forward groups. Struble plays it out to center ice. Spurgeon across to Chisholm. Back to Lauko. Lauko rims it around behind the Canadian goal.
That was a risky pass right out to the slot there by the Montreal Canadian defenseman.
Merrill backpedals in his own zone. Merrill and Bogosian paired up on the blue line for Minnesota. Gaudreau deflects it down into the Canadian zone. Foligno on it for Minnesota. Hartman relayed to the corner, but Gallagher's there to pick it up. Points in 4 in a row for the veteran Brendan Gallagher's 13th season in the NHL. Gaudreau fights his way out to center, feeds Foligno. He lobs it into the corner off the glass. Hartman in on the forecheck. Gallagher lost it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau's game has been ramping in the right direction. Points in 6 of 7, 8 points total over the stretch.
Yeah, he was coming into the season, Anthony, if there was one player in that lineup for the Wild that needed something good to happen early in the season, it was that guy. He lives it really hard. Had a tough season last year, and he cares so much. You can see that he cares so much. So good to see him get off to a great start. Face-off circle as well, hovering up around 53%. I mentioned the opening face-off. He was able to win that, and the Wild were able to get in on the forecheck right away. That's been an impressive part of his game here as well.
Boldy hits the Montreal line. Johansson grabs it on the half wall, tried to get it to the point, intercepted by Suzuki. Doc to the Minnesota line. To Suzuki. He's cut off by Johansson. Throws it back for Doc. Now out to the line. Matheson looking for a lane. His pass hit a shin pad and deflects right to Eriksson Ek. Johansson grabs the loose puck. Works around a check into the Montreal zone. Eriksson Ek in on the forecheck. Where the puck lands on the stick of the Canadiens. Evans, who plays it out to center ice. Spurgeon there for Minnesota. Across for Chisholm.
Declan Chisholm getting a great opportunity here tonight. Jonas Brodin is out of the lineup. Playing with Jared Spurgeon, kind of elevated from that number 5-6 defenseman slot. Let's see how he can handle these extra minutes here tonight.
Evans works it out toward the line. Now Savard centered. Redirect by Newhook went wide. Savard with it again. Plays catch with Hudson, a very talented rookie defenseman. Hudson had played just 2 NHL games coming into this season, but has 10 assists, most among any first-year player in the league. Newhook has it knocked off of his stick, taken away by Spurgeon. Plays it out to Kaprizov. Kaprizov moves in, cuts to the backhand. Rossi supports, and he couldn't get a shot away. Newhook sends it around behind the net.
Too bad. Kaprizov had been on the ice for 1 minute and 20 seconds. If he gets that just a little fresher, we know how deep his tank is. He can stay out there for a long, long time. Just kind of overskated that puck once he gave her the old Denny Savard spinorama.
Strong play by Husnudinov to create a loose puck there for Minnesota. Lauko for Merrill to Husnudinov. Husnudinov trying to work by Jackeye. Trennan picks it off the wall to Lauko in the slot. Back to Merrill, a shot that went wide. Trennan tied up on the rebound. Another good shift for Minnesota's fourth line.
Montembeault was going to his left when Merrill shot that puck. I'm not sure exactly what he saw, but Merrill just missed that low blocker side.
Things a little more physical on this shift than we've seen in the opening few minutes. We've played 7.5 minutes. Not many whistles here in St. Paul. Matheson back in his own zone. Tipped in by Gallagher, and Gustafsson forced to cover. So we're going to face off in the Minnesota zone. What are you watching tonight?
Well, I'm watching for a few things. That 3-game road trip the Wild were on, they got a little bit away from their discipline, giving the other teams opportunities 12 times, and setting the tone early. This Montreal Canadiens team, this is their 4th game on this road trip. They've been away for a full week here right now. It's their longest trip of the season. Sometimes when you're playing younger teams, if you can get them behind the 8 ball early in games, sometimes the game can become a little easier, but it looks like the Canadiens have come to play here tonight.
Anderson tried to play it in back of the net. Merrill pushes ahead. Foligno comes to center for Minnesota, but has it knocked off of his stick. Now he recovers. Just off the bench, it's Ryan Hartman. Hartman back to Faber, down the slot, a shot, saved by Montembeault. And the rebound controlled in the corner. Gooley sent it around behind the net. Gallagher out to center. Anderson has support in the slot, and a pad save by Gustafsson. A huge stop for the Minnesota goaltender.
Well, that was one area of the game that, talking to John Hines this morning, that he felt the Wild needed to clean up a little bit from that road trip the Wild were on. They did get 5 out of the 6 points, but they did give up too many odd numbered chances, just like that breakaway right there.
Chisholm back in his own zone. Eriksson to Spurgeon. Johansson rims it in. Montembeault there to play it. Reversed it along the boards. This line's been relentless on the forecheck over the last 3 or 4 games for Minnesota. Canadiens able to relieve the pressure. Slavkovsky into the Minnesota zone. Knocked off his stick. Good at the line, but reversed out by Eriksson. Savard had it taken away by Boldy, and Boldy circles back out to center ice. Had it knocked off his stick by Suzuki. Doc into the circle for Slavkovsky, the #1 overall pick by the Canadiens a couple of years ago in the 2022 draft. Broke out last year with 50 points, 20 goals, 30 assists.
And they've committed long-term to that young man, giving him an 8-year deal at around 7.5. And This is the earlier the wild chance here by Brock Faber. Great play there by Ryan Hartman. Montembeault not handling that puck clean, and then this was the 2-on-1 a little bit later here. Brock Faber getting a little overzealous. I would like for him to stay home there a little bit. Didn't quite recognize that there was some trouble right down the seam there, and Gustafsson comes up with a huge save.
Rossi to Zuccarello. Zuccarello to Middleton. Middleton cross ice. Kaprizov tried to center for Rossi, and he was tied up in the slot. Wild go east to west to create a good scoring chance. Now the Canadiens back the other way. Caulfield tied up by Middleton. Thrown into the boards, and Faber comes up with it efficiently ahead to Kaprizov. Faber joins the rush, and the Wild have numbers. Faber drives wide, has it poke checked away. Kaprizov knocks it into the corner, and now Caulfield with it for Montreal. Tied for the NHL lead with 12 goals so far on the season. Caulfield, leading candidate for the Cy Young with 12 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah, he's the leader in the clubhouse. There's no doubt about that. You don't have to ask that kid twice to shoot.
Loose puck at center. Trennan flings it down into the Montreal zone. Jack-Eye around the wall. Heineman's tied up there. Jack-Eye safely back around behind his net. Struble got it ahead to Armia. Canadiens into the Minnesota zone. Montreal's been efficient out of their own zone here early. We're more than halfway through this first period. Just 5 combined shots, 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, they've done a nice job defensively. Their coach, Marty St. Louis, said the results have not been there, but he has noticed their 5-on-5 game, especially defensively, has gotten much better here over the last couple weeks.
Struble down from the point, now back to Anderson. A shot deflected and picked up by Spurgeon at the side of the net. He lobs it out to center. Lauko in check there from Armia. Anderson sends it back into his own zone. Struble controls for the Canadiens. Gallagher tries to fight his way into the Minnesota zone. Merrill back of the net for the Wild. Amazing, we've played over 12 minutes in this game. We've had 3 whistles. Hartman in the corner for Minnesota. Off the stick of Foligno, turned back the other way by Anderson. Gallagher into the Minnesota zone, and the Canadiens are whistled offside.
Take a breath, partner.
Give myself 2.5 minutes right here.
Everyone, please welcome to the ice the Quick Trip Ice Crew. Every period and throughout the season, the Quick Trip Ice Crew does their part to maintain our home ice.
Back in St. Paul, where the Habs and the Wild are scoreless. The Minnesota Wild, after that terrific start through 15 games, one of the catalysts to that great start has been their team health, but they are missing a big guy tonight. This is our TRIA injury report. Jonas Brodin out with that upper body injury he suffered in Chicago on Sunday. You can see the void that is left. The points are great, but a big hole in that penalty kill, which has been red hot on that road trip. And John Hines said he's day-to-day, and he says they hope maybe to get him back this weekend. And I think the tell will be if he can practice tomorrow. There's a good chance he can play Saturday, so fingers are crossed, boys.
Yeah, John said he will practice tomorrow, will skate, which is certainly an indicator that he's close. Wild would love to get him back in the lineup. That top 4 defensive core has been such a big part of the structure of this team for years, and this year they've been among the league's best.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable how great this team has defended, especially 5-on-5.
Faber's shot. It hit Zuccarello out front. He's slowed to get back to his feet. We'll get the whistle. Where the Canadiens are not happy about this. They had the puck in the neutral zone when the play was blown dead, and Zuccarello limps back toward the Minnesota bench.
Oh, I don't know where that one got him, but that was the wrist shot that come, I think, from Faber. This guy is so tough. You know when he's laying on the ice and he can't get there. This is a look right here. Faber's shot. Oh, boy. That didn't catch his knee. I was hoping maybe it caught his knee, but got him in the groin area. You have to walk that one off.
Well, you'd know better than me. I was kind of looking at it saying, I hope it doesn't catch him in the knee.
Yeah, that one didn't graze. It looked like it hit him pretty clean right there, and that's an awful feeling. But it does come back here a little bit. He's going to have to go walk that off. Coach John Hines, Wild team on autopilot right now, playing some great hockey. Although they weren't really on autopilot at the end of that road trip, Anthony, in Chicago, when he recognized in the third period Wild just didn't have their legs, and he started juggling some lines, brought the paddles out in the defibrillator, and he juggled the lines all over the place, and he got a great response. And Wild were able to pick up a key point at the end of that road trip when the Wild were completely on fumes after having just played 4 games in 6 nights. Played such a smart road game. That's been happening all year. Just smart hockey, not beating themselves, no freebies for the other team, making them earn every inch of ice.
That's why the Wild have been one of the best in the league away from home. Faber to Boldy. Into the middle, Eriksson Ek tied up from behind, couldn't get a shot. Boldy creates a loose puck. Eriksson Ek out to Johansson. Across to Middleton, a shot, and that was blocked.
And Montembeault does not look sharp in net. The first shot of the game, he was not able to handle it cleanly there. I watched him in the net trying to reach for that puck. He does not look like he's an overly confident goaltender right now.
Wild change as Declan Chisholm starts out from behind the net. Trennan deflects it, past Struble, ridden into the wall by Jack Guy. It's a couple of big bodies in that collision. Spurgeon to Chisholm, fires, and hit Trennan and deflects into the corner.
Yeah, the Canadiens have done a nice job right around the front of the net, keeping Wild forwards out of the paint. A lot of pucks have come up in from the blue line, but just have not been able to get right into that scoring area.
14 minutes plus into the game. Montreal has only 1 shot on goal. It was a grade A, maybe the best scoring chance for either team in this first period. The Wild have done a great job limiting looks. Another collision between Trennan and Jack Guy.
We've seen a lot more of that from Trennan here over the last 3 games, that road trip. 3-4 hits every night, and that's exactly what this Wild club needs from him, just to continue to be physical like that.
Anderson plays it in behind. Bogosian around for Boldy. Boldy turns back, cross ice, connects with Kaprizov, but he pulls it in offside, and we'll get a whistle. Still waiting for the game's first goal on FanDuel Sports Network. Faber picking up a little bit more here tonight with Jonas Brodin out for Minnesota. We talked about the Wild being so good with their top 4 defensemen. These guys, the top 2 pairs in the league in terms of expected goals for when they're on the ice. You can build a team around that for certain.
Yes, yeah, you certainly can. And, you know, when you see a chart like that, you know, it's not hard to figure out why the Minnesota Wild 5-on-5 have the best defensive team, giving up just under 1.7 goals. I mean, it's just been up and down the lineup. You don't just do it with 4 great defensemen or 6 defensemen. This has been a team effort right from the very, very beginning. And when a team's going like this, Anthony, 5-on-5, you got to feel good if you're a coach, because this is sustainable, right? If your power play is on fire and you're winning games, coaches are always looking for that storm to come in. But it's been great 5-on-5 play, and Wild getting depth, scoring up and down the lineup. I think 11 or 12 guys have 2 goals, and it's been a great start to the season.
Boldy taking this shift with Rossi and Kaprizov after Matt Zuccarello took the puck in the midsection earlier in the period. Kaprizov back in his own zone, chased by Doc. Tried to play it up the wall for Boldy. He was in check, and the puck deflects into the Minnesota bench. But for years, we've talked about a Minnesota roster that was built around a top 4 defensive core. This one a little bit different because it's got a little more youth involved to it, where you could see this being a top 4 for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Middleton just signing a new 4-year deal with the Wild, and we all know what Brock Faber can do. The Byam kid that we drafted, the 12th overall, is having an outstanding start there at DU. I believe they're 12-0, Anthony, to start the season. And they've got a big 2-game series this weekend up in North Dakota, so they're going to get a good test there. But the future looks really bright for these Wild young defensemen.
This will be icing against Montreal.
Play the Minnesota Lottery, because anything can happen when you say, I'm in.
Brock Faber off to a terrific start again for Minnesota. He and Jacob Middleton locked it down as a defensive tandem. Middleton second in the league with a +13. Faber's shot hit a boot and deflects out the center. And Middleton adding some offense this year. His 9 points, same total posted by Faber 15 games in. Goudreau with a battle. Faber steps up, lobs it toward the net, and Montembeault hangs on. Just under 4 minutes to go in a first period that has seen just 5 combined shots on goal, 0-0. First period, Minnesota hoping to maintain this kind of dominance. What a run it's been. They've beaten the Canadiens 16 of the last 17. It's been 13 years since Montreal won in this building, and they haven't been close. Minnesota plus 40 goal differential in that 17-game span.
Wow, those are crazy numbers right there. You sure the Canadiens were playing with 5 skaters for those games? I mean, that's hard to do.
Not for all of them. If you saw those power play opportunities,
yeah.
Minnesota had 26 more power play chances over the 17 games.
Yeah, that's complete dominance. When I see that logo of the Montreal Canadiens, I think of the early years with the Wild and the hockey ops department there with Doug Risebrough and Jacques Lemaire and Mario Tremblay. Anytime we played the Montreal Canadiens, we wanted to make sure we fared well against them.
Kaprizov thrown to the ice by Matheson. May have seen it at that faceoff. Wild having to juggle the lines. No Matt Zuccarello, no Jules Eriksson-Ek right now on the Minnesota bench. So it's Boldy, Kaprizov, Johansson here as a forward group. Suzuki comes to center, gives it to Matheson. Matheson working against Faber in the corner. Out to the line, Suzuki. Anderson comes out of the corner, tried to cut to the slot. Faber takes it away.
And that was Matt Boldy. That was a breakdown defensively by the Minnesota Wild. Matt Boldy was supposed to be playing down low. Miscommunication, and that's just what you talked about with having Eriksson-Ek out of the lineup. It's very, very difficult to lose guys in the middle of games, and guys are going to need to communicate on the bench. Lines are going to be different. There's going to be a lot of different things going on down there on the bench. Got to be aware.
Different line mates, and for Boldy, a different position, playing in the center spot rather than his normal wing. We'll get icing here against the Wild. Kirill Kaprizov coming in on the attack just moments ago was taken down on a strong play by Matheson. Kaprizov didn't like it.
Yeah, the fans were not very happy either. I think that's a good defensive play there by Matheson. You know, the Wild are looking for a power play. Would like to see that guy, maybe number 97, have a one-timer on the back door, but Matheson's been around a few years. Just love watching him skate. He's been a good player. Eye-popping 62 points last year for the Montreal Canadiens. Also eye-popping as he was minus 24. They struggled last year even to keep the puck out of the net, but he's a good, solid defenseman.
Trennan battling in the corner. John Merrill back to pick it up for Minnesota. Bogosian starts out the other side. As we approach 2 minutes remaining here in the period. Husnudinov has Lauko driving the net. Tried to center, was just out of the reach of Lauko. Chisholm wraps it in. Skips by Montembeault and picked up there by Lane Hutson.
You got to be aware when this guy's on the ice. He can take it from end to end. Lane Hutson, second round pick of the Montreal Canadiens. Already a fan favorite up there in Montreal.
Here he gets a shot through, and Gustafsson hangs on. Cancer touches the lives of many. Join us on November 25th as we dedicate the night to those who have fought, are fighting, and those who've survived cancer. Sponsored by Health Partners. Show your support by wearing the Hockey Fights Cancer scarf in-game. Learn more at wild.com/fight24.
Yeah, this young man here, what a great start to his NHL career. As I mentioned, those folks in Montreal, when this kid picks up the puck in his own zone and he gets humming, they're standing there in Montreal. They're very excited about what he brings to the table. Plays a lot like Quinn Hughes, just very fearless player, not afraid to make a mistake. Got a heck of an upside there in Montreal.
Gaudreau comes out of the corner with it for Minnesota. Spins away from Savard. Now back to the forehand for Chisholm. Spurgeon plays down low. Foligno tried to give it back to Spurgeon, but it was stripped away. And here is Hutson leading the rush. Now back to Gallagher, a shot, and that was blocked. Hutson grabs the puck, plays it down into the corner. Back for Hutson up high. Hutson, a long cross ice pass. And now Hartman has it for Minnesota. Foligno knocks it out of the air. Declan Chisholm comes to center. Flings it down into the Montreal zone. Gouli bumped off the puck in the corner. Newhook supports. Evans out to center ice. Batted out of the air by Faber. And Middleton will play it. 22 seconds to go in the period. Rossi couldn't wait long enough. And it's offside against the Wild.
Yeah, there's going to be some juggling going on. It'll be nice if you're a coaching staff with Zuccarello and Eck not on the bench right now for the Wild to get back to the locker room as a coaching staff and really have a chance to talk about what you want to do with your lines. When that happens in the middle of a period, Anthony, sometimes it's difficult just to throw guys together.
Kaprizov tried to center. That hit a skate. Boldy comes out of the corner. But the horn will sound before the Wild can make a play. And the first period ends without a goal for either side.
Yeah, that was as tight a checking period as we've seen so far this year for the Minnesota Wild. Shots are 4-2 for the Wild. Both teams playing well defensively. We knew coming into the game, the Minnesota Wild, that was a part of their game that they had completely dialed in. The Montreal Canadiens trying to get better at that. That was a very good period for the Montreal Canadiens, especially there defensively.
Coming up on the Toyota Intermission Report, we'll have more on Military Appreciation Night. Kevin Gorg will visit with defenseman Declan Chisholm. Wild and Canadiens 0-0 after one.
Minnesota Wild Hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Luther Group. Shop the Twin Cities' largest selection of vehicles at LutherAuto.com. By Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today.
Back in downtown St. Paul, our Toyota Intermission Report starts with a scoreless game with Declan Chisholm, wild defenseman. And Montreal didn't have a lot of chances, but the ones they got were grade A. They are a dangerous team. What's the key to defending them?
Yeah, they play fast. They're really good off the rush, so I think we got to minimize turnovers and, keep getting pucks in behind their D, and hopefully our forecheck can go to work.
No Jonas Brodin, so your role gets elevated tonight. What is your mindset?
Just step in. I got to do what I can do, and when my game's going, I play more, and usually I play better when I play more. So, I like it. It's a good thing, and hopefully we can keep going here.
You look good in that first 20. Keep it going tonight.
Thank you.
Declan Chisholm and the Wild are scoreless with the Habs through 20. When we come back, a special interview as we celebrate Military Appreciation Night here at the XL Energy Center. Everybody in St. Paul celebrating Military Appreciation Night. Scoreless game as our Toyota Intermission Report sails on, and this is one of our special traditions here. Nick Leach, St. Agnes, Minnesota born and bred Army reservist from 97 to 05, served from 2003 through 2004, plays hockey now for the Warriors. What does it mean to have a night like this with your favorite hockey team honoring the military?
It's super special when you see the guys that in an organization like this that can take their time to do whatever they want, and they choose to honor guys like us and let us know that they appreciate what we did and be around the game some more.
We've got Brooksy here, who used to be with the Minnesota Wild. He's your service dog now, and you're a big part of the game of hockey. Nearly a decade playing on the blue line for the Warriors. What's your calling card? Are you a speedy defenseman or are you a rugged defenseman?
Certainly not fast. I've been called a lot of things. Fast is never one of them. Stay-at-home defenseman, do my job, get the pucks up to the guys that can score.
What's your favorite part about playing the game of hockey?
The guys, the room. You know, you hear it all the time. It's always the room. You know, you can have fun anywhere, but being with the guys in the room is what's most important.
I don't know how much talent you have left, but Billy Guerin, our general manager, wanted to crash the interview. Maybe he'll sign you to a new contract. Great to have the GM here.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good. How's Brooksy?
Brooksy's doing great.
Oh, we miss Brooksy around here. She still doesn't want to come over and say hi to me.
No, he's still super shy.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we want to say just thanks for your service. We appreciate what you did and for looking after Brooksy, and you guys seem like a great team. We want to invite you on the road with us this season.
For real?
And bring you on a road trip.
Really?
With the Wild.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So thank you. Absolutely.
That's great.
We're happy to do it, and like we said, we're proud supporters of the military.
We
and
appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate everything you've done for us.
Thanks a lot.
And Brooksy too.
Yeah, we got a Brooksy on that airplane as well.
He loves to fly.
Hey, this is a dog-friendly organization. Dogs are allowed.
Yeah,
Watch out for Billy's dog. Lando, though,
I heard the Newfie is pretty big.
Yeah, that's my daughter's dog. He's a monster.
Well, when you get to watch the Wild, who is your favorite player to lock in on? When you come to a game and you want to watch greatness, which guy is it?
Well, I got to say it's probably Brock. Faber's got a pretty good relationship with Brooksy, too. Ran into him a couple times this summer, and he's always happy to say hi to Brooksy. Me, not so much, but Brooksy for sure.
We'll make sure on that flight that Brock comes back and says hello to both you guys. We're going to be happy to have you on the road. Billy G, thanks for joining us.
We got to make sure we got treats on the...
I'll bring the milk bones. I'll share Fenway and Brooks. Our dogs will share their milk bones. We'll make sure that this guy is fed because he looks like he's hungry right now. Great stuff from Military Appreciation Night. Nick, thank you again for your service. God bless you for everything you've done for our country. We're back with more as we celebrate throughout the night here in St. Paul. After one period, it's the Wild and Montreal scoreless.
Wild goaltender.
Minnesota Wild Hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Grand Casino. Let your story begin. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
0-0 after one in St. Paul. Not much in the way of scoring chances for either side. Our Menards first period stats.
No, there wasn't much going on right there. You see the high danger chances, 3 total. One of those was a save on a breakaway by Gustafson. And let's see what the second period brings. The one thing that stands out to me, Anthony, is just to see who comes out for the Minnesota Wild. Eriksson Ek and Zuccarello. Both those guys did not finish the first period. Let's hope we see a couple of those guys back out here for the second.
We'll face it off in the middle 20 in downtown St. Paul next. Wild and Canadiens 0-0 after one.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event.
Very few scoring chances in the first period. Maybe the most significant news out of the opening 20 is that Minnesota was down a couple of their top 6 forwards. Matt Zuccarello took this puck to the midsection. Shortly thereafter, Joel Eriksson Ek joined him down the tunnel. Neither out on the bench with the rest of the Wild skaters to open the second period.
Yeah, it was a tough period for the Wild, obviously losing those 2 guys. Not sure how long they're going to be out, but not having them back on the bench to start the second when you've got a 16, 17-minute intermission is fairly telling.
So it'll mean John Hynes will be forced to juggle. We talked about how he had to juggle the other night in Chicago. That was trying to ignite an offense. Here, it's out of necessity, and to open, it's Gaudreau with Foligno and Johansson.
Yeah, as I mentioned during the first period when those guys went out, just bench has to be really, really sharp, especially here in the second period with long changes. This game has a feel, Anthony, like it's going to be a tight one-goal game. Any little penalty, you know, too many men on the ice because you weren't prepared on the bench. It just feels like it's going to be one of those games. So you got to be sharp.
Gooley sends it across to Matheson. And Gustafsson hangs on. We'll get a face-off in the Minnesota zone. Gustafsson only faced 2 shots on goal in the first period. One a grade A chance for Gooley.
Yeah, and you know what? Listen, goaltenders will always tell you they want to feel the puck, especially early in games. And to only see 2 shots in the first period is not easy for any goaltender. And that goes for Montembeault at the other end also, who didn't only faced 4 shots. So this is the mental side of the game that you've got to prepare for if you're a goaltender.
Hudson with a shot deflected by Newhook, and here we are going to get our first penalty of the game. Comes just 30 seconds in, and Montreal will get the game's first chance on the power play.
Minnesota, number 23, 2-minute minor, tripping.
And Marco Rossi heading to the penalty box for the first penalty of the game. Again, this is Marco Rossi on the far side of the ice there. Kind of lost position on the Montreal forward. Caulfield, who leads the National Hockey League in goals right now with 12, is going to get an opportunity to take the lead all by himself. Likes to sit in that Ovechkin spot, Ovechkin office there for the one-timer. So if you're the Wild, he's got 6 power play goals leading the National Hockey League. You want to shade that guy a little bit more than you otherwise would if someone else was over there.
Canadiens power play in the top 10 of the league for the season. 3 for 8 over the last 2 games. We talked about the Wild penalty kill earlier tonight. 12 for 12 on the recent 3-game trip. Still sit 24th in the league for the season, but the number trending in the right direction at 75% for the year. First chance on the power play for either side. Caulfield in the corner. Works it back up high to Matheson. Caulfield and Matheson play catch. 6 power play helpers from Matheson from the top of this Canadian power play. Matheson plays to the corner. Caulfield sends it down to the side of the net to Suzuki. Back to Caulfield. Matheson a shot. Save. Gustafsson. Rebound scooped up by Lauko. 1-on-1 against Matheson through center. Lauko cut off along the side wall. Tries to chew up some clock by eating it along the boards. Finally, Caulfield comes away with it for Montreal.
Yeah, Lauko, great job heading the bench. He is not happy with the referee. He's got to be careful there. He's very, very animated. Not sure why he's so mad, but Lauko has been doing a nice job on the penalty kill for the Wild.
Still barking as the play continues.
Yeah,
Hudson,
he's not happy.
With a half a minute, takes a return feed along the half board. Reverses it down low. Now back to Hudson up high. Into the circle, Armia. Forced to the outside by Faber. Into the circle, Heineman's shot was disrupted. Hudson walks the line. Armia fires from close range. And Gustafsson with a save. 6 seconds left in the Montreal power play. This is what we saw so often from the Wild Killers on the last road trip. Really with a tight box, not allowing the seam passes, keeping everything to the outside.
Yeah, and we're starting to see some cohesiveness here between this group, and this is a little shot. This was an easy save here for Gus, just getting out on top of the paint. Everybody taking away the backdoor spot, and that's how you know goaltender's on top of his game. No rebound there, but a little bit earlier, 30 seconds before, there was a rebound. And when you talk about a tight box and 4 players staying tight when they have full control, Anthony, what you're trying to do is take away seam passes, but you do not want to allow second and third opportunities. Allow your goalie to make that first save and then clean up the rest, and the Wild have done a nice job here of late.
Wild back at full strength. Kaprizov moves in, a shot. Saved by Montembeault, and he covers before Rossi could get there. Let's find Kevin.
All right, guys, Jason King with the message to the team in between periods. Starts with getting on top of Montreal through the neutral zone. They thought they were a little loose in the middle of the rink. And again, this has been a bullet point last couple of games. They want more aggressive shots to the net. They want the Wild to be less pretty and more about attacking that net with shots and crashing that net. We'll see if they can get that going, a little momentum here.
Wild definitely have had periods in which they've generated more zone time. Canadians with some good structure in the opening period.
Yeah, I was very impressed with how the Montreal Canadiens played, especially obviously defensively that first period. One of the worst defensive teams in the National Hockey League and have been giving up goals by the bundles. They won their last game in Buffalo, but still gave up 5.
Defensively dead last. 4.13 goals against per night. While with Kaprizov, Boldy, Rossi, the trio here, had some time in the zone but didn't generate much. Gouli down the wall. Hands it off to Newhook. Now to Caulfield, a shot. It was deflected by Boldy.
Yeah, good block there by Boldy. Kind of surprised Caulfield took that shot from so far away. Bad turnover there for the Wild.
Newhook pressured from behind by Rossi. Didn't get much on the shot. Boldy scoops it up, but the Wild need a change as he comes to the Montreal line. Montembeault gloves and drops. A fresh 5 for the Wild. Struble into the Minnesota zone. He and Chisholm going to the corner wall. Suzuki trying to feed it back out high, and it deflects back down into Canadian territory. Johansson got a stick on it, so did Hartman. Suzuki comes up with it for Montreal. Second player ever drafted by the Vegas Golden Knights, Nick Suzuki. Took Cody Glass, and then Suzuki with the second of their 3 first-round picks in their inaugural draft. He never played for Vegas. Was traded to Montreal before he ever played a game in a Vegas sweater.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
You were talking about Nick Suzuki, also named the captain of this Montreal Canadian team 3 years ago. And when you play in the fishbowl that is the Montreal market, that is not easy. To be named the captain that young, he's handled it with flying colors. But it's not easy, especially, Anthony, for somebody that doesn't speak the French language. But in Buffalo, his first 4-point game of the night, of the season there, 2 goals, 2 assists. Just a really solid hockey player, and don't be surprised. He might be a bubble guy for Team Canada with that, the Nations tournament they got coming up.
Well, and with possibly the pressures of playing in Montreal, as you were mentioning, that even increases when you consider the player for whom he was traded. Max Pacioretty went the other way in that trade from Montreal to Vegas. Suzuki was the keystone coming to Montreal, so he immediately came in as a guy looked at. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but you're replacing one of the great players of this era for Montreal. Faber had his shot deflected. Boldy holds off a check. Back to Faber. Boldy spins down the wall, loses Heineman. Still with the puck, crisscrosses with Kaprizov. Up high to Middleton. To Kaprizov, and he lost the handle on it. It comes out to center ice.
Hey, Kaprizov looking for a hook there in the neutral zone. Got to give the Montreal Canadiens a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling up the Wild in the offensive zone.
Boldy flings it around. Chisholm got it to Rossi in the high slot. Now back to Spurgeon. He fires. Tip. Kaprizov couldn't find the handle on the rebound. And the Canadiens clear. Spurgeon legs it back. Bumped by Gallagher. Chisholm fighting with a couple of Canadian forecheckers back to the net. Gouli spins away from Kaprizov. Been a long shift for Kaprizov and Rossi. Gouli's shot went just wide. Rebound free to the line. Matheson has it. His shot hit Gallagher out front. Never reached the net. Rossi wraps it off the glass for Trennan. Wild desperately
in need of a change of those last two forwards. They get it as Kaprizov and Rossi find their way to the bench. Here comes Newhook into the Minnesota zone. Drags for a shot that hit Merrill's stick. Newhook out of the corner. Out to the line. Struble shot. Deflects up in the air. Dvorak settles it down. Back to the point for Jack Guy. Bouncing puck in the circle. Trennan comes up with it for Minnesota. Laid it out of the reach of Husnudinov.
That was the right play there by Trennan to bank that one off the wall. Just did not bank it far enough for Husnudinov, who's been very noticeable here tonight with his skating.
Merrill shoves it off the end boards, but Caulfield still manages to control the puck. Struble a long shot, save Gustafsson. Jack Guy down the wall, cut off by Trennan. Jack Guy back to his feet, plays it all the way across for Caulfield. Caulfield moves past Merrill, back to the line. Struble a shot, save Gustafsson, and the rebound cleared out to center.
Again, another breakdown there by the Minnesota Wild. A little miscommunication there between Lauko and Johnny Merrill allowed Montreal player to get a pretty good opportunity there.
Wild have some tired players on the ice. 3 of the 5 been on the ice for more than 75 seconds. Caulfield into the corner. Second shift in a row where the Wild have been bottled up in their own zone and forced to extend the shift. Hudson ducks away from Foligno. Spins back away from Hartman. Caulfield with it. Wide of the net. Hudson down the wall. Takes a bump from Husnudinov. Bogosian got a stick on it. Not enough to control, and Gustafsson had to make a save.
I mean, this Lane Hudson at the top of the zone in the offensive zone. He is one dangerous hockey player. This is him right here. Got buried there by Foligno.
Run over by Foligno. The Wild trying to get a couple of players to the bench. Husnudinov ends a 2-minute shift. Bogosian and Merrill have been on the ice even longer. Savard back into his own zone.
So if you're one of the players that have been out there, there's no icing. If you're one of the players that have been out there and just got to change, even if you're a winger, you got to make sure that you come onto the zone, into the zone, and play down low as a centerman.
This will allow both defensemen to get to the bench. Johansson to Hartman, a drive, and a save by Montembeault. The Wild forced to defend, wind up with a good look at the other end. Still 0-0.
The military dogs that have served the Minnesota Wild have all been deployed, and they are gathering tonight in Suite 50, having a great time on Military Appreciation Night. This is Selly to my left, and he's waiting for a reason, just like these fans, to celebrate. Brooksy's over my left shoulder. We got Breezer, we got Hobie here. It's a big reunion, and they're having a great time. But guys, they're chomping at the bit. They want to hear that horn. They want to get on their feet and make some noise and make some real loud Sellies. That's right, Selly, as the Wild look to break the ice here.
I bet those guys are just exchanging stories, catching up a little bit.
I thought horses chomped on bits.
What would Kevin know about horses?
Yeah, I have no clue.
I'm sure Stanley and Phil are sitting at home just anxious to celebrate.
Which one of them sitting by the fireplace right now? One.
Stanley sits by the fireplace.
We got something.
Here's a chance. Kaprizov has Johansson with him. Kaprizov moves in, tried to get it to Johansson, and it hit a skate and deflects back out to center. Icing waved off. Gustafsson sets it up, hands it to Faber. Boldy back to Faber in his own zone. Wild looking for an offensive spark here tonight. Held to 1 goal in Chicago their last time out. Nothing through about half a game tonight.
Yeah, this is the opportunity the Wild had right there. Kaprizov trying to slide it through the underneath the stick of the defenseman Matheson. And Matheson with a great defensive play. We were talking about him earlier and how he's been around a long time. Kaprizov kind of hoping that he would have shot that one of the hottest players in the National Hockey League. A little lost right now without his buddy Zuki. He's back in the locker room. Marc-Andre Fleury.
That's a pretty good glove save on the bench there by Fleury.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less from that man, Marc-Andre Fleury. And a nice little chuckle with him and Kirill. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. And there's a reason why backup goaltenders always keep their glove on. Here we go. There you go, Kirill. Can I sign that for you? Want me to sign that for you, Kirill? I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame here in a couple of years.
Kaprizov took a puck in the face recently, so I'm sure he welcomes the protection provided by Fleury on the bench.
Maybe there's a reason why he went and sat right beside Marc-Andre Fleury, the guy with the glove.
Chisholm, 2 Gaudreau, and ahead to Foligno. Spurgeon and Hartman hit the line. Hartman tried to float it back to Spurgeon. Dvorak comes to center. And his pass forces Anderson in offside. We're past halfway through the second period. Wild and Canadiens 0-0.
As part of 2 minutes in 2020, if the Wild
Wild down a couple of key forwards. Neither Zuccarello or Eriksson Ek will return tonight for Minnesota. That means you lean on Kirill Kaprizov, who was outstanding on the road trip.
Yeah, he's had himself a heck of a year. He's just a humble athlete. Inspires, just drags his players into the fight every night. Wanted to get off to a good start. The team needed to get off to a good start. They needed him to play well, and he's delivered. He's been outstanding, and you know, this is the kind of game. He's been a little quiet here in this game. So far, only 1 shot through half of the game, but he's one of those players that only needs 1 chance to score a big goal. And he's done that a lot in his career with the Minnesota Wild logo on his jersey.
The Wild playing tonight without Jonas Brodin, and now they've lost Zuccarello and Eriksson in this game. A suddenly shorthanded bench for John Hines. Hudson plays it down the boards. Hartman goes over to pick it up for Minnesota. And now Hartman moves ahead. Long pass too far for Lauko. It'll be icing against Minnesota. The forecast is calling for a Wild whiteout on November 30th. All fans in attendance will receive a Wild whiteout t-shirt presented by FanDuel Sports Network and Toyota. Buy tickets today at wild.com/game ticket.
Great block there by Lauko.
Canadians have the Wild tired a bit here on this shift. Slavkovsky flings a backhander over the top of the goal.
Again, every small little detail, every small little play, a block shot, a win or lost face-off, managing the puck, little extra battles in the corner right there. That's going to be the difference in this game. Just not much going on at all offensively for either club.
Suzuki plays it across. Gooley into the slot. Slavkovsky on the backhand. And a collision knocks the net loose. Gustafsson takes exception. Plays going the other way. Slavkovsky back to his feet. And now we'll get the whistle.
Yeah, Gus got hammered from Slavkovsky. He assumed that he got run, but it looked like there was a collision between Slavkovsky and, yeah, that was Ryan Hartman, I think, on his way back to the net, kind of pushed Slavkovsky into him, and Gus was paying attention to the puck, so he did not see that at all. So he kind of thought he got run there, and that's why he took liberties on Slavkovsky. The refs did a nice job, Anthony, through the neutral zone. The Wild had the puck. A lot of times those are blown down.
Slavkovsky wondering why Gustafsson didn't get penalized for pouncing on top of him.
He just jumped on his back. Didn't throw any punches or anything like that.
I'm not saying I agree with Slavkovsky.
Yeah. Good discipline there by Ryan Hartman too. Again, 0-0 game, every small little detail. This is the play right here. Ryan Hartman kind of finishes his check, pushes him into Slavkovsky. No punches thrown, no harm there. Good non-call by the referees. You don't want to be the difference maker in a game like this. You know, one silly little penalty like that.
I agree. Now, the only thing I would say is Gustafsson's got to be careful in a game like this.
Yeah, that's true.
And putting yourself in a spot where a penalty could be called, especially when your team's headed the other way with the puck anyway. Those are the things that put you in tough spots. Middleton off the glass, tipped out to center. Evans had it knocked off of his stick. Dvorak's pass off target. Boldy moves in, has Kaprizov with him. Boldy puts on the brake. Centers, a redirect by Johansson. Saved by Montembeault. Kaprizov with it out of the corner. Centers, Johansson to Boldy. He scores!
Well, we just talked about Kirill Kaprizov and how he can create offense. Again, I mentioned he was a little bit quiet through the first period. But this is the first opportunity, a little bit earlier, deflection, and then Kaprizov hangs onto the puck. We've seen this patented forehand move, hits Johansson on the back door, and Johansson, what a great touch pass to Matt Boldy. Montembeault did a nice job of getting back into position. Matt Boldy had to make a good shot to get it up over his pad, and the Wild strike first here tonight.
It's been a different approach for Minnesota here tonight. Losing a couple of forwards in the first period, not just any forwards, two of your top six. Forced to spend a lot more time in their own zone than they ordinarily would like. A disciplined defensive approach by Montreal through the first 35 minutes of the game. But the Wild's patience pays off, and a newly constructed line cashes in. Boldy with his 10th of the year, and Minnesota's in front. Khusnutdinov grabs the puck in stride. Chips it in from the Montreal line.
Well, what's going to be interesting now is Montreal, yes, they've played great defensively in this game, but they're down 1-0 right now. Young team. This is when sometimes they start to open things up, and Wild could get a few more chances here.
Spurgeon shot, tipped wide. Hartman battling with Struble, knocked to the ice. Wild wanted a cross-check, they don't get it. Chisholm to Spurgeon. His shot deflected. Chisholm a shot, glove save, Montembeault.
Yeah, I just brought it up. You know, when the Montreal Canadiens, a team that has lost 6 of their last 7, yes, they've been good defensively, but now right after that goal, Anthony, great scoring chances. Chisholm with a nice look there, and Montembeault really deep in his net. He's able to come up with that save, but that's what you know young teams do. They can play great defensively, Anthony, for a period, but then all of a sudden they have a little bit of adversity and they start to want to do too much. They've lost their belief a little bit.
Newhook hits the Minnesota line. They say good at the line. Evans plays down low. Caulfield tried to go short side, caught the iron. Johansson, who picked up an assist, snapping a 9-game streak without a point for the Minnesota winger. Back goes Matheson. Chased by Johansson out of the zone. Matheson drops. Newhook a shot, blocked by Spurgeon. Gustafsson handles the strange carom off the end boards. Caulfield knocks Spurgeon to the ice. And things will settle down quickly here near the Minnesota goal. The Wild finally break the seal. Kaprizov to Johansson to Boldy. Wild lead 1-0. Matt Boldy with the finish for Minnesota in this game. He has been so good for the Wild. 10 goals already this season.
Yeah, such an instinctful player. So deceptive with his skating and able to create on his own. Scores big goals. That's a huge goal there in Chicago. We saw the overtime goal, and just always seems to be Johnny on the spot. And the Minnesota Wild have 2 superstars. Both these guys are both on pace right now for just under 50 goals. It's been an amazing start for Matt Boldy in his career. And I think the key for me is the stat there that we showed, 56 shots. He's averaging around 3.8 shots per game. If you want to be a 40-goal scorer, you have to average about 38. In his career before that, Anthony, he's averaging about 2.8. So if he plays all 82, gets 82 more shots at 12%. This is Woodbury math now, right now. That's another 8 or 9 goals. That's like 8 or 9 goals, and that's how you get to 40 from 30. Very simple math. 1 extra shot a game all season long.
Doc out to center ice.
Game has opened up here a little bit since the Wild took that 1-0 lead. A bad turnover there by Trennan. In a 1-0 game, if you've got nothing in the middle, you just want to throw that puck down below the goal line and continue to fight for another day.
Loose in the slot, a bouncing puck winds up in the corner. Matheson. Now back to Gooley. His shot deflects wide. Lauko legs his way after it, but has it stripped away by Matheson. Matheson moves in and whistles one just wide. You could see the fatigue on Lauko. He didn't have enough gas to get to that loose puck. Gooley wanders out of his own zone and feeds Matheson.
Oh, what a nice little play there by Bogosian to find the centerman right in the middle of the ice.
Foligno to Merrill, a shot knocked away by Montembeault. Merrill tied up in the corner. Comes around behind for Matheson. Gustafsson out to play it. Gives to Bogosian. He sweeps it around behind to Merrill. Foligno is tied up at the Canadian line. Hudson sent it ahead. It deflects to Heineman. He's battling with Spurgeon. And Johansson flips it around behind the net to Chisholm. Out to Kaprizov. Deflects back to Chisholm. Got it tied up there. Kandata got a piece of it, but Kaprizov came back defensively to break it up for Minnesota. Boldy leaves it for Johansson. Johansson to Kaprizov. Back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon looks into the middle. Chisholm. Back now to Spurgeon. Fires, tipped out front by Boldy. Save Montembeault. Rebound goes to the corner. Kaprizov out front. And it's intercepted, carried back by Hudson. Hudson tied up by Chisholm, maintains the puck, tried to center. Evans there. Couldn't get much on the shot. He was well covered. Jack-Eye. Back down into the corner, Caulfield. Caulfield through the slot as it poke checked away. Scooped up by Boldy. Wild need a change, so Boldy smartly throws it into the corner. Minnesota gets 5 fresh skaters on the ice.
Yeah, and they're getting 5 fresh skaters on the ice right now because of Jared Spurgeon and him blocking a shot right in front of the net, and then makes a great defensive play while he was dead tired against Cole Caulfield right in front of the net. That's why the Wild got the puck down the ice to get fresh players. Great job there by the captain.
Kusnedinov tried to force it out of the zone. Caulfield in the corner, a shot, and Gustafsson hangs on. Well, this trio for Minnesota scored earlier with Matt Boldy finding the back of the net. Another good look here on the deflection.
Yeah, this was a very similar play that we saw earlier, that when Johansson was going in the net. Nice look there by Spurgeon to get the puck underneath the stick. Excellent timing out of the air. We talk about the hand-eye coordination of Matt Boldy. He's able to get that one out of the air, and that is a huge save in this game right now by Montembeault, who's played solid here tonight for the Montreal Canadiens. And they have had a difficult time keeping the puck out of their net, and their goaltenders haven't given them much help this year, but he's been solid here tonight for the Canadiens.
Final 2 minutes of the period. Doc to Suzuki. Kusnedinov scoops it up, and the Wild have numbers at center. Kusnedinov to Hartman. Hartman fires. Wanted a tip by Kusnedinov. He had his stick tied up at the last moment. Rossi has it hop off of his stick. And the puck deflects into the Minnesota bench with 75 seconds left. Wild fans, you can stream Wild hockey all season long on the FanDuel Sports Network app.
Interesting looking at some of the numbers here through almost 2 periods. Freddie Gaudreau, Anthony having another great night in the face-off circle. Has won 7 out of 9. I mentioned earlier he was around 53% coming into the season. He has found something. I don't know what it is. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but it's you know, sometimes just another couple more years experience taking faceoffs against certain guys. You understand tendencies. We see it throughout players' careers, especially guys that play a long time, 8-10 years. All of a sudden they start to pick up that extra 4 or 5% near the end of their career.
Chisholm a shot, hit Rossi in the slot. Foligno tried to jump around a check. Rossi on the loose puck, tried to poke it out to center ice, comes free. Kaprizov carries it back in, and then he lost it. It comes out to center ice. Rossi grabs the loose puck into the corner. Kaprizov tried to fire, rebound chance for Foligno, and he pushed it just wide. Rossi comes out of the corner with it for Minnesota. Chisholm back to the net, wanted Foligno. Spurgeon reverses for Rossi. Backhands right back down to Spurgeon. Around behind Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Foligno. Rossi quickly on the puck in the corner for Minnesota. Rossi's pass off target intended for Spurgeon. And the Wild have to regroup at center. Spurgeon throws it back in.
Yeah, Spurgeon and Rossi got their wires crossed up there at the top of the zone.
The Wild get one, and they nearly get another one late.
Yeah, it was a good period by the Wild again defensively. Kaprizov with a shot right from the corner there. Foligno came in. That looked like that one got blocked by the Montreal Canadian defenseman, but you can see that this game that was very closely contested kind of opened up after the Minnesota Wild made it 1-0.
On the Toyota intermission report, Kevin Gorg will visit with Marcus Johansson, who assisted on Minnesota's goal. We have a look at the Hall of Fame class. It's all coming up on the Toyota intermission report. 1-0 Wild after 2.
Minnesota Wild Hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Connecticut. Better water flows from better thinking. And by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities.
A good one in St. Paul sees the home team up 1-0 through 40 minutes. Our Toyota intermission report starts with the guy that made a brilliant assist on that goal. He's Marcus Johansson. It looked like your team just got better and better as that period went on. What was working?
I think we're kind of getting going, a few days off, and we're a few men short. So we're all getting involved. We're all working hard. So I feel like, as you said, we got better and better as it got going, and we're warm now, I think.
Two key forwards go out middle of the game, Eck and Zuccarello. Big part of your top six. You're a part of that top six. So now, what are some things you have to do within this game to not have to get stretched out with too many minutes here so you're not ready to go in the last closing seconds, which could change the game?
I mean, we had a few long shifts in the second, but I think make sure our D get off, keep fresh D out there, and help each other out, not kind of leave each other stranded, and I think that'll take it a long way for us.
Awesome play on that goal. Go get us a win in the third.
Thank you.
Marcus Johansson and the Wild in the saddle, 1-0 through 2 periods. When we come back, we take a look at the Hall of Fame class that was inducted on Monday night with a nice Minnesota tie.
The holiday.
Wild lead, and we go back a few days this week. Monday night up in Toronto, always a special night. Hall of Fame induction night, and look at the special players that go in. Some of the best mitts we've ever seen in Pavel Datsyuk, Shea Weber, the big blast from the blue line in Nashville and Montreal. David Poile, the GM there that built a Cup finalist. Jeremy Roenick, incredible player starting in Chicago, 9-time All-Star playing for 20 seasons. But for all of us, the last two the most important. Phenomenal players. Chrissy Wendell out of Park Center, Natalie Darwitz out of Egan. They were champions at all levels, and they were teammates and friends, and they were loving it up in Toronto this past week.
Yeah, it's incredibly special. It's incredibly special to get that call, but then when I found out that Natalie Darwitz was also going in, it just made it that much sweeter. We had pretty similar journeys growing up, you know, being in Minnesota through high school, college, USA, and it just makes it extra special to go in together and to be able to be two of the next Americans. There's only two in there now, and to be the next two Americans to go in is pretty humbling.
To be going in with Chrissy, another Minnesotan, for two Minnesota players, the first female Minnesota players to be going in, it's absolutely incredible. Obviously, we're biased to the state of hockey and how good it is and how much we care about the hockey there and how passionate we are. But women's hockey's on the rise, and I think there's a lot of people that came before us, Cami Granados, the Karen Buys, Katie Kings, Angela Ruggiero come to mind, that paved the way for us so that we could continue to pave the way for the generation that's playing now.
Congratulations, Natalie and Chrissy. We are so proud to call you our own here in Minnesota. When we come back, Wes Walz takes a look at the Minnesota Wild penalty kill as they lead 1-0 through 2.
Wild Hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by TSR Injury Law. If you've been injured, you know what time it is. It's TSR time. For a higher level of representation, call 612-TSR-TIME. Wild leading the Canadiens 1-0 after 2.
Welcome back inside Xcel Energy Center. We continue on the Toyota Intermission Report with Wes Walls. I'm Anthony LaPanta. Minnesota got the goal from Matt Boldy, but earlier in the period, they were able to withstand a little push from Montreal that included a power play chance for the Canadiens when the game was 0-0 and Minnesota's penalty kill came through for the 13th time in a row.
Yeah, they've been on fire. They're starting to get their mojo, to feel good about themselves. And one area that they're really working on is this area right here is just staying much more tighter, much more compact. When you can see the whites of the other opponent's eyes right now, take away seam passes, sticks in the middle of the ice, and just live for another day. And when you give up a shot like you do right here, everybody collapsed down to the front of the net. Look at all three players collapse to the front of the net. Lauko's able to pick up that loose puck and get the puck down the net. You know, when you're overhauling a penalty kill, like all kinds of different systems, you can overhaul maybe the neutral zone or some other areas 5-on-5. When you're trying to overhaul and change 3 or 4 different things during the summer on the penalty kill, it takes a long time, Anthony. It just takes a long time for everybody to understand it. And they got off to a bit of a slow start through the first, 10 or 12 games, but you can start to see they're starting to figure out tendencies, and it's starting to happen very slowly.
And sometimes you have to find a way to win games like this. Defend well, kill penalties, because goals tough to come by. A shorthanded Wild club leads by 1 for the third period faceoff next. Matt Boldy with the game's only goal. Kirill Kaprizov picked up a helper on that goal. He extends his scoring streak to 4 games. Minnesota will take a 1-0 lead into the third. It was the 10th goal of the season for Boldy, the 20th assist of the year for Kaprizov, who came into tonight third in the league in assists, second in the league in scoring.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I don't mind watching him play every night. Just has the Wild fans in this building and at home watching on television on the edge of their seats. What's he going to do next? Just everything's unscripted. I mean, there's some good and some bad. That unbelievable forehand pass that he made to set up Johansson Boldy goal. He went 1 for 3 that period. Had a couple turnovers. I'd like to see him maybe tighten that up a little bit here in the third period when you got a 1-0 lead in the offensive zone. Just hang on to a few more pucks down there, just so it's not so back and forth.
Hartman sends it back to Middleton. Remember, the Wild started tonight without Jonas Brodin, then lost Joel Eriksson-Ek and Matt Zuccarello in the first period. Hartman tried to center. They've been playing with 10 forwards for about a period and a half so far. We saw John Hines juggle lines for a while early in the period, then seemed to shorten the bench to 9 for about the last half of the second period. And he went to this trio with Johansson, Boldy, and Kaprizov together. That resulted in the only goal.
Well, that would be interesting. You know, you said Johansson, Boldy, and Kaprizov. Yes, on the fly when there's no face-off, you might stay with him. It's going to be interesting to see if Matt Boldy, yes, he is going to take the face-off. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I do know that he's between 50 and 60%.
He's at 56 coming into tonight. He's been good in these spots.
Yep, he sure has. So maybe because of that, that's why great play there by Gus, awareness of getting out to that loose puck there.
Puck got thrown right on goal. Montembeault had to make a save. Chisholm holds. Johansson in the corner.
That shot looked like it caught him off guard, like he wasn't paying attention.
I thought the same thing.
He didn't react to it till it went off his pad. See the Wild take a better care of the puck here in the third period, make their life easier. They had too many turnovers in the offensive zone, which led to a lot of extended zone time. Defensively for the Wild.
Faber hustles back. Rossi centering Trennan and Lauko here on this shift for Minnesota. Lauko knocks it ahead. Anderson fires it into the Minnesota zone. Faber battling with Gallagher. Off a skate and out to center. Struble a shot, save Gustafsson. Rebound at the side of the net.
Again, defensively, the Wild giving up that outside shot. But again, 5 Wild players right there to clean up the mess. No second or third opportunity for the Canadians. Only their 11th shot on net in this game, the Montreal Canadiens.
Bogosian fires, save Montembeault. Merrill picks it out of the skates of Armia for a shot. Like it might have hit Trennan on the way to the net. Armia to the Minnesota line. Condata relays it down into Wild territory. Merrill pinned up against the boards. Husnudinov tussles there at center with Matheson. Gooley sends it ahead. Shot hit the side of the net off the stick of Heineman. Husnudinov to Foligno. Heineman turns it back the other way. Wild nearly got caught in an awkward change. Merrill pressured by Armia.
Such a great defensive play down there by Johnny Merrill, holding the opponent off with one hand on his stick, just shoveling it up the wall so the Wild could get full possession.
Nifty pass from Kaprizov back to Boldy. His shot right on, held by Montembeault.
Yeah, this was the shot earlier. We were talking about Montembeault looked like he was falling asleep. We talked about Matt Boldy shooting the puck from everywhere. Here's the shot, kind of caught him off guard. And then at the other end, here's Gus. Here's the shot. This is the cleaning up the house around the front of the net. 2 defensemen in the corner. Look how low the forwards are. Team defense, Anthony. That's the difference, man. It's out there every night. You can see it. It's just team defense. Everybody's buying in. It's not just the defensemen.
Evans tried to play it across. There's an example of a back check by Boldy that breaks up the play. Savard sent it all the way across. Evans couldn't catch up with it, but a penalty coming on the play. Boldy tangled up out front of the net with Caulfield. And those are 2 players that will be linked for a while. They came in the same draft year. Back in 2019, Boldy taken 3 picks ahead of Caulfield.
Minnesota number 12, 2-minute minor interference.
And Matt Boldy, not a centerman per se, playing down low here, trying to box out. Caulfield does a nice job of trying to work his way there, but kind of goes down pretty easy.
That was what Boldy was arguing about on his way to the penalty box. Bottom line is the Canadiens will get a chance on the power play to tie this game.
And Freddie Gaudreau, face-off circle. His 8th face-off win here tonight. He's done a great job there. We talked about penalty kill and limiting zone entries.
Here's a chance for Doc right on. Save Gustafson. And the rebound cleared all the way down by Lauko.
And that was not how the Wild drew it up. That was a breakdown in the neutral zone by the Wild to give up. That's a great opportunity to give up. If you're the Montreal Canadiens, let's see if they can do a better job on this rep.
Doc flips it down into the Minnesota zone, and we get an offside whistle.
Yeah, the Wild through the neutral zone on the left-hand side. They like to lock that forward on that side. That's Lauko. That's why through the neutral zone, the Wild with their new system are trying to funnel the opponent to the other side of the ice, because that's where the defenseman is, and that'll give you a better chance of keeping the puck out of the zone if you can funnel them over there. But the other teams know that the forward's on this side, so teams do try to take advantage of that. You see right now Trennan is just locked up on that left side, and Faber's on the opposite side there.
Suzuki for Caulfield. What a play by Faber, and Husnadinov clears.
But that's exactly, great job of funneling to that side of the ice. We showed it in the pregame show. Brock Faber a couple times out on that California trip, breaking up plays just very similar to that right there on the penalty kill at the blue line.
Newhook gains the line. Around behind Gallagher. Out to the line, Armia. Hudson with it. Down low, Newhook tried to center. Gallagher had his shot blocked. Middleton's clear attempt held by Hudson. Newhook to Hudson.
Wild box staying tight, just like we talked about.
Armia up high, Hudson. Armia can't find a shooting lane. Hudson a drive that hit Gallagher out front. Foligno can't get it by Hudson. Newhook fanned on it, and Gustafson covers. Well, he tried to cover, could not get a hold of the puck, and it deflects out of play. Minnesota's at full strength, but now Gallagher and Lauko going at it pretty good. We'll see what results from this.
Yeah, I think Gus was going to put his glove on that puck, and I think that was Gallagher that knocked it loose, and Lauko did not like that very much, and looks to me like the referee's pointing at both of them. We might see some 4-on-4 hockey here.
So the Wild kill off the Canadian power play, maintain a 1-0 lead. We'll sort it all out next.
Here's our Grand Casino story of the game. No scoring in the first, only 1 goal in the second. Beautiful passing play here. It's going to be Kaprizov who starts it. Johansson with a beautiful one-touch play at the blue paint. Matt Boldy's 10th of the year puts the Wild in front 1-0. Once again, Kaprizov with the spinorama, so good. Knows exactly where his line mates are. And that brilliant play is the only scoring play of the game. John Hines on the bench, guys, in the last couple of minutes, not happy with those guys in the orange stripes. We'll see the Wild get a little break here down the road, maybe a power play, because he doesn't get too heated too often, but he has been very animated here in the third.
I think he was talking about both plays, the penalty call against Boldy, but also the fact that Gallagher took that shot into the glove of Gustafsson that went undetected.
Yeah, that was a pretty good slash on the glove, and that's kind of how that puck popped out of there, because he had slashed so hard. But yeah, that's as animated as you see Coach Hines.
4-on-4 hockey. Here comes Kaprizov. Kaprizov spins to the forehand, and then his pass out of the reach of Boldy. Kaprizov, Boldy, Faber, and Middleton. The quartet for Minnesota. 4-on-4 for 1:22. Shoulder save by Gustafsson, and Kaprizov grabs the puck in the corner. Middleton now asking about that play where he was tangled up with Suzuki in the corner. Slavkovsky a shot right on, and Gustafsson hangs on.
Gus just looks so solid in net, making these saves look really easy, and they're not. A couple turnovers that period by Kaprizov. Got to take care of the puck. Just that save right there, no rebounds, getting fresh players out on the ice. Slavkovsky, the first overall pick from a few years ago. Gus getting his 12th start in 16 games, Anthony. 16 games. The ball is his. The ball is his, and he's running with it.
Johansson works his way down the wall, circles the net, out to Spurgeon. One touch back to Johansson. Chisholm saucered across to Spurgeon. Rossi out of the corner with it, and he'll circle back out to center ice. Rossi, Johansson, Spurgeon, Chisholm for Minnesota. Spurgeon works by Doc to Rossi in the high slot. Circles it back to Johansson. Johansson hands it off to Spurgeon. Spurgeon to Chisholm, a drive. Saved by Montembeault. He lost his stick on the play. Struble caught Spurgeon up high, and it's going to be a penalty against Montreal. So Wade call coming against the Wild.
If you're the Wild right now, if you're Marco Rossi, just stay behind the net. Get fresh players out there. Look at how smart this kid is. Just a really headsy play.
Now Kaprizov races ahead. Lauko and Gallagher jump out of the box, and it creates a loose puck. And we get the whistle. It'll be a power play for Minnesota. Might be more than two. It looked like Spurgeon had found some blood on the face.
This is a big
Montreal
call right
number 47, 4-minute double minor.
He got it. Nice. Definitely some blood there. This was just second effort here by Struble trying to lift the stick of Jared Spurgeon right there. Missed it. Ooh, that looked like it caught him right in the beak. I didn't see if he went down the...
He went down the tunnel.
Down the tunnel there. That's too many players going down the tunnel here tonight for the Wild.
So it'll be a 4-minute power play for Minnesota. But the concerns just continue to mount. We've talked about it a couple of times already, but Jonas Brodin not dressed tonight. And then you lose Zuccarello and Eriksson Ek in the first period. You're talking about two of your top 6 forwards, maybe your top 2 defensemen, 2 of your top 3 for certain. Guys that would be on the ice in game-changing spots like this one. You'd have Eriksson Ek and Zuccarello on the ice here for sure. Instead, you have Johansson and Hartman out there with Kaprizov and Boldy. Brock Faber will man the blue line. 4 minutes of power play time for Minnesota. Johansson will take Boldy's spot on the draw. Canadians control and get a clear, and Boldy will have to come back and regroup. Kirill Kaprizov comes through center. And Minnesota's offside as Kaprizov tried to circle back.
When your whole world revolves around getting to the game, your ride has to be reliable. And that means Honda. For SUVs you can count on, see your Greater Twin Cities Honda dealer.
Well, the Wild have had a great power play this season. Also last season, it's not always about percentages. It's about when you score power play goals, and Wild with a great opportunity right now to go up 2-0 if they can cash in on the power play. And a team that's been on the road here for a week.
Boldy dances down the slot. Back to Kaprizov. Saved by Montembeault. Hartman just able to hold. Kaprizov collides with Johansson, and that allows the Canadiens to clear. Back comes Hartman to Kaprizov. Tried to go cross ice with it to Boldy. Knocked away by Anderson, who comes out to center. Anderson in for Montreal. And he sends it smartly back to Gouli. Minnesota trying to change. A minute into this 4-minute man advantage. Faceoff will come back down into Montreal territory.
Yeah, this Matt Boldy, boy, he can create a lot on his own. Dancing through the neutral zone, flips it over top of Matheson's blade. And then pass right through the feet of Servard. And Kaprizov with a great shot. Did not fan on that at all. Got great wood on that, and Montembeault with a huge glove save there. And he's a special player, Matt Boldy. He just has that ability, Anthony, to just kind of create on his own. Not many players in the NHL can do that.
Marco Rossi back to pick it up. Gaudreau with it. Well, the Wild with a power play group we've not seen for obvious reasons. Gaudreau, Foligno, Trenin, Rossi, and Chisholm, the 5 for Minnesota. Foligno spins along the wall to Chisholm. Now Foligno with the top of the circle. Chisholm to Rossi. Rossi moves down the wall, back to Chisholm. Feeds Rossi. Fires, save Montembeault. And a whistle, 2:14 left. Jared Spurgeon back on the Minnesota bench.
Jared Stats, great news for the Wild. Took that one in the beak. Again, as you mentioned, new players, different tendencies on the power play. Matt Boldy got thrown out of the last face-off. Let's see if he can stay in this one and win one.
Wild win the draw. Faber. Kaprizov around behind Johansson. Now back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov fires, tipped by Hartman, saved Montembeault. Boldy picks it off the wall, tried to get it to Johansson, but it hit a skate, and it's sent all the way down. We're past halfway through this 4-minute Minnesota power play. Boldy back into Montreal territory. To Faber down low. Out to the line for Kaprizov. Johansson flipped it back to Hartman. Now to Boldy. Faber. Boldy. Fires. Save Montembeault. Rebound loose in the circle. And Dvorak finally has it for Montreal. Has Jack Guy with him at the Minnesota line. Faber got a piece of it. Dvorak fires, and a pad save by Gustafsson.
Great back check there by Ryan Hartman, burying his head. Getting all the way back to turn that into a 2-on-2.
Hartman to Boldy. Boldy to Johansson. Now to Faber up high. Faber finds Boldy. Around for Kaprizov, but it skips by him and all the way down. Wild will change with 52 seconds left in the power play. Rossi. Wild to go with 2 defensemen here for the final minute of the power play. Spurgeon to Gaudreau. In the middle, Rossi. Back to Gaudreau. Gaudreau walks in, a shot. Save Montembeault. Out to the line, Spurgeon. Spurgeon moves to the middle. Still with it, looking for a lane. Wines, fires, tipped by Gaudreau, but wide. Rossi with 22 left in the power play. Out to Spurgeon. Back to Rossi. He fires, blocked by Savard. Rossi with it in the circle. Out to Spurgeon. Back now to Rossi. Cross ice, Foligno. Out to the line, Spurgeon to Rossi. Rossi fires, scores!
That right there is a huge play in this game. Doubling the score to 2-0, 4 seconds left in that 4-minute power play. The Wild were not able to create a whole lot. Puck gets moved around. Watch it come back to Marco Rossi. Watch him just hang on to this, fakes a shot right there, fakes it, gets an extra couple feet to the inside. Right there, changes the angle just enough that he can get the puck past Savard, who's one of the best blocking shot players in the National Hockey League. And with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the third period, the Wild take a 2-0 lead.
Took him 3 minutes and 56 seconds of a 4-minute power play, but Rossi cashes in, and Minnesota with the separator goal now leads 2-0.
High stick by Kuznetsov here out in the neutral zone. Accidental high stick. Very similar to the play we just saw. Hopefully he's not cut for 4 minutes. We'll find out here soon.
Slavkovsky with it. Delayed call coming against the Wild. Matheson to Doc. Around behind Suzuki. And as Faber gets the puck, we get the whistle and the penalty against Kuznetsov. Montreal to the power play next. Kuznetsov to the penalty box. Montreal to the power play. Our Minnesota Lottery look around the league. A busy night in the league, but the biggest news story, Connor McDavid scored Edmonton's first goal tonight, giving him 1,000 in his career. Fourth player in Oiler history to reach that milestone. Fourth fastest ever to reach that mark. Now Minnesota on to the penalty kill. Their specialists have been resurgent lately. We've talked about the kill being good on the recent trip, but so was the power play. And Minnesota, who struggled on both special teams early in the year, has had the upper hand in that department here tonight. A big kill earlier, a power play goal to separate. Now they're back on the kill with 6.5 to go. Suzuki down to the side of the net. Now back to Suzuki.
Again, Wild staying awfully tight. Not chasing out.
Suzuki fires, saved by Gustafsson. And the rebound sailed into the bench, so they'll face it off back in the Minnesota zone.
Again, that's a tough break there for Bogosian, who did a nice job of just dropping down to the front of the net. Exactly what I talked about on the penalty kill. Yes, you're gonna get some chances from the outside. You need your goaltender to make the first save, and then we're gonna collapse and we're gonna take care of the second and third opportunities. Analytically, that must have been something that they looked at this summer. Second and third opportunities. Wild were giving up a lot of those last year. That's an area they want to clean up, and if you want to clean that up, you need more bodies near the front of the net. You're going to have to block a few more shots. This man right here, Jake Middleton, leading the team in block shots.
Foligno and Suzuki were tied up. Suzuki lost his stick. He has it back now. Just over a minute in the Montreal power play. Matheson feeds Suzuki. He fires high and wide, and the rebound out of the reach of Caulfield and out to center ice.
We talk about, it's not just about percentages, it's about when you get your power plays and penalty kills. The Wild were able to pick up a power play goal to get that separator goal here. Now this is a huge kill for the Wild. See if they can get it.
Slafkovsky plays it across for Doc. He hands it off to Matheson. A centering pass intended for Suzuki. Just missed, and then it's batted all the way down by Lauko. Hudson with speed. A dozen seconds in the power play, and they're offside as he was forced to make one extra move to beat Brock Faber at the blue line.
Yeah, again, if you're the Wild right now, you want to take care of the puck, keep everything out of the middle, continue to block shots. Faceoffs are always important to be able to gain territory. Freddie Gaudreau with another faceoff win has had a heck of a night here in the circle.
Merrill back into his own zone. Wild get it clear just as Husnudinov jumps out of the box. And another big kill for the Wild. Centering pass intercepted. Here comes Gouli for Montreal to Gallagher at the Wild line. Gouli takes a bump in the corner. Armia into the corner, but Merrill got there first. Gouli bats it out of the air. Husnudinov trying to force it to center. Trennan forces it up the wall and back down to the Montreal zone. Hudson there for the Canadiens. Chisholm rips it out to center. Kaprizov drops to Hartman and Ryan, and that goes wide.
And just keep the puck down there below the goal line if you're not 100% sure.
We're going to get a penalty here behind the play. A roughing call with 3.5 to go. Minnesota's going to get another chance on the power play. And Hartman doing a little baiting on his way to the bench. Hudson to the box. Minnesota to the power play with a chance for a knockout punch next. 2-0 Minnesota, and they head on the power play. Throughout this season, the Wild have been great on the road. Sometimes people will talk about you play a simpler game on the road. Wild might have had to do that tonight with Brodin out. Then Eriksson Ek and Zuccarello joined him in the locker room early. Have the Wild brought the road game home tonight?
Yeah, I think they have. They've done a nice job of keeping the puck out of the middle. Like, you've held the Montreal Canadiens here to 17 shots through almost 57 minutes. You see the Montreal Canadiens are full court press up the ice. You got to be very aware right now. I do, Anthony. It's harder when you're at home because you want to put on an unbelievable show for your fans, but they're just checking so good, playing so hard, making it so difficult for their opponents. They're just not giving anything for free.
Kaprizov just took a hard slash from Savard that went uncalled. A reluctance to put the Wild up too, but Kaprizov shaken up on this slash.
Yeah, that was a good slash right through the hands. And if you're the Wild right now, only one defenseman on the ice. You got to really make sure the way Montreal is going to press up the ice that you back check hard if they come the other way.
Boldy down low, Johansson across for Kaprizov. Now gets it to the half wall to Boldy. Minute left in the power play. Down low, it's Kaprizov. Centers, Hartman tied up. Couldn't find the loose puck, and it's cleared. And the Wild will change just past halfway through the power play.
And the second unit jumping on right now, Jared Spurgeon and Declan Chisholm, giving them two defensemen on the ice here this last minute of this power play.
Foligno tried to work out front. Jack Guy takes it away, pressured by Gaudreau. Rossi steps up to intercept at center. Wild back into the zone, a drop to Gaudreau. He fires, hit Foligno, and at the side of the net is picked up by Jack Guy, who carries ahead for Montreal. 2 minutes left in the game, and Gustafsson hangs on. Now let's go back to that slash on the hands of Kaprizov behind the net.
Yeah, this is the play that normally always gets called right there. That's a one-headed slash. Like, and that's what they're trying to take out of the league right there. That slash right across the hands. I mean, if this is in the first period, Anthony, you know that's called, right?
Called no-brainer.
Like, that's a no-brainer.
Maybe even in the third period if you're not already on the power play. But
you hate to say that, but that is the case. It's just.
Now, with 17 seconds left in the Hudson Minor, the Canadiens will likely, if they can get possession, pull the goaltender immediately upon his return. Minute 56 left in the third period.
Smart move here by Coach John Hines. When they get in a 6-5 scenario, you might not be able to get off the ice. The Wild have two centermen on the ice, Ryan Hartman and Marco Rossi.
A big face-off win for Rossi. Lauko hits the Montreal line. Tried to throw it toward the net. Suzuki takes it away. Around behind to Matheson. And now I'm sure Montembeault will follow the puck out of the zone. He heads to the bench. Hudson out of the box. 6-on-5 for Montreal. Caulfield back to the line. Slavkovsky in the high slot. Caulfield to Matheson. And now Hudson with it. Hudson back to Matheson. Down low, Caulfield. Matheson. Back for Hudson. Into the corner, Caulfield. Hudson up high. Matheson a shot, blocked by Lauko.
Your philosophy here is the same as it is on a penalty kill. Just pack it in and block shots and be in shooting lanes.
Hudson to Matheson. Minute to go. Down to the corner. Rossi got a stick on it. Hudson to Matheson. Watched by Lauko. He spins back toward the wall. Hudson to Matheson. Suzuki fires, and a save by Gustafsson. He had a good look. 43.6 left.
Again, if you want to win games, you got to be able to do the little things, and this is a block by Lauko earlier. And then packing everything in. Jared Spurgeon doing a great job of tying up sticks. Look at how his stick is underneath the big player out in front. All five players in the screen right there, while doing a nice job defensively as they've done all season long.
Philip Gustafsson didn't have to be spectacular. He made one great save early Then didn't face many shots, but he's been solid here in the third.
Yeah, he's been so good. And you know, when Gus is on his game, there's just no rebounds. That's the shot right there that you were referring to, the breakaway in the first period. But I don't know. I mean, he's seeing the puck so cleanly right now. And, you know, when you have a goalie playing like this, Anthony, with this kind of confidence, it just resonates through the team. It just really, really does. You go into games knowing you have the best goalie on the ice. He's had himself a heck of a start here too. Save percentage over 90. Marc-Andre Fleury has not lost in his 4 starts. So the Wild getting great goaltending. Obviously that was a point of contention coming into the season. And those questions have been answered here through the first 16 games.
Hudson to Caulfield, a shot that went wide, and the rebound escapes Matheson and out. Half a minute left. Hudson with Kaprizov in hot pursuit. Gaudreau knocks it away from Caulfield. Out front for Kaprizov. Kaprizov scores! What an effort by Kaprizov for the empty net knockout punch, and it's 3-0 Minnesota.
There's no chance that puck was not going in that net with Kaprizov. With no goalie there. We heard Coach John Hines, Anthony, talk at the beginning of the season. The Minnesota Wild coming into the season, their second and third efforts needed to be a lot better. This was a second or third effort league. Wasn't up to the standard that he expected last year. That's all we've seen this year, Anthony, is second and third efforts. I think about the second period. Marcus Foligno diving all over, you know, coming up with loose pucks, guys laying out, blocking shots. It's been just beautiful to watch. And when you got everybody buying in right now, it's just you just feel like you're part of the team. And
tonight it was the special teams for Minnesota. A perfect penalty kill, an insurance goal on the power play, and Kirill Kaprizov delivers the knockout to seal a shutout win for Gus. 3-0 Minnesota, and the Wild win for the 6th time in the last 8 games.
And Matt Boldy with his 5th game-winning goal of the season. That leads the National Hockey League. Checking a lot of boxes here through 16 games, getting great goaltending. Team defense has been amazing, staying out of the box. That was something we talked about before the game. The Wild did a nice job of that, holding the Montreal Canadiens to only a couple power plays, and they leave XL Energy Center with a 3-0 win.
Oh, a great start to a brief homestand for Minnesota. A shutout in front of the home fans. We'll reflect on this. Look at a shutout for Gus. Look ahead at Dallas. Hear from John Hines. All next on Wild Live.